So did you wake up this morning and pull up your Kitco app and look at it and then rub your eyes and then look at it again and then see that silver dropped like 3%? Oh my gosh! Did you? Well, I'm going to tell you in this video why not only did it not bother me very much, but after I read the reports and saw why supposedly it dropped, assuming that everything is 100% on the up and up, that it's really not a bad thing. And actually, I look at it as an opportunity to buy a little bit more silver. At least I did. That doesn't mean you should. But we'll talk about that in today's video, so let's get into it. But really quick, before we do, if you guys are new to the channel and if you like videos about silver, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications because honestly, it really helps me out. All right, now let's get into the video. All right, well, we don't really need the dramatic effects or antics or whatever, but I just wanted to use this video to talk with you guys directly, just me to you through the camera, about why drops like this really shouldn't not only phase you, but the reason that they dropped really isn't that bad. And what I mean by that is that silver and gold, the reason that they dropped, there's a strengthening of the US dollar index. I believe they said 95. There is also a fantastic jobs report that came out. They said 945,000 NFP or non-farming payroll jobs were added in the economy in July. They also revised June's numbers as well to be better than they were. So let's make two assumptions. One, let's assume that the reports are correct and not fabricated or mistaken in some way. And then two, let's assume that they're not all McDonald's and Burger King jobs, okay? That's great. I mean, we want a good economy, right? And that means we have a strengthening economy. We want people to be doing well. We want people to be getting back to work because we want a good economy. Nobody, at least me, wants to live in a world where there's a bunch of homeless people and people out of work that can't find jobs to no fault of their own. I mean, I guess what I mean by that is when I'm looking at my silver and I'm like, oh, silver is going to be $50 an ounce because everyone's going to be out of work. Ha ha ha, but I'll be good. I'll be good. Yes, we think that we're going to be okay because we're putting aside precious metals, but we don't sit there and think, ha ha ha, everyone else is going to be hurting but me because I was smart. No. We all want everyone to be doing well because we're good human beings, and good human beings want a good economy. Good human beings want people to be able to work and pay their bills and provide for their families. That's what we want. And so, yes, we're putting gold and silver aside because we don't believe in the US dollar and we worry about the future of our US economy. The amount of money that's being printed and pumped into it, just on a whim. The trillions of dollars that were created out of thin air just in the last couple of years. Yeah, we worry about that, and we put our precious metals aside so that we have protection against that in case it does our worst fears, which is completely collapses, completely blows up. And we don't want that to happen, or at least we shouldn't want that to happen. But if we're stacking for the right reasons, and I know I'm stacking for the right reasons, we're doing it to put that aside, but we're not putting money into that silver that we can't afford to not have. And I don't mean we can't afford to lose, because a lot of people will say, only put money in the silver that you are willing to lose. I don't want to say that because the way I view silver, you don't actually lose when you have silver, okay? You may lose a little bit of value. Maybe your silver goes down to $20 an ounce, but you don't actually lose all of that money. And in my opinion, you don't really lose any of it until you sell it. And if you're only putting money into silver that you can afford to put into silver and not have for a while, and I don't mean 30 days or 2 months, I mean years. When I'm stacking for a very long-term scenario. I don't really worry about, day-to-day changes like this. In fact, I use them as buying opportunities. I even went out and bought 20 ounces today because I'm like, hey, silver's down, premiums are down, let's take advantage, right? But if we are stacking gold and silver for the right reasons, then we are okay with this drop, because the reason for this drop is people are gaining faith in the economy. And again, assuming that the report is not falsified or fabricated in some way, this is what we want. We want a strong economy, and it's great that people are getting back to work. And, I hope it continues. But there's a lot of things to worry about, isn't there? I mean, now there's a bunch of worry around the new variant going around, the Delta variant. And a lot of people are worried about that, shutting down the economy again, and so on and so forth. And, I really wouldn't want to be out of gold and silver right now. I believe in precious metals to protect against a financial collapse, an economic collapse. And I would not want to be out of them at this point in time, just with everything else going on in the world. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Again, dips like this, I don't really worry about it. 3% is really no big deal anyway. And honestly, I just look at it as, like I said, a buying opportunity to go out and buy a little bit of silver. Again, if you can afford it with money that you don't need for a long time, just, put it aside, throw it in your safe or safety deposit box or whatever you do to store your silver, and then don't worry about it for a while. That's what I'm doing. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. I hope you agree a little bit with what I have to say. I hope, I don't know. I don't know what I hope, but I hope you do well. And again, be good human beings and be happy that, the economy looks like it's getting back on track and people are getting back to work and people are going to be able to continue to provide for their families, to pay their bills, and to be contributing members to society. I mean, that's what we all want, right? So I think it's good, assuming, again, that everything is correct, like they say it is. I think that's good. I always have my doubts about things like that, but that's for another video. That's for another time, and we'll talk about that next time. So anyway, guys, thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did leave a video above. You can check out if you haven't seen it yet. I also want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to my awesome channel supporters scrolling right there on the right hand of the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.